How's it going, everyone? It is Mythic Legions time. I went out to Toycon 2021 this year in New Jersey, and anybody that has to cross the GW knows that you only cross the GW if you really, really have to, right? Because traffic is that bad. So I went all the way out to New Jersey specifically for the purpose of getting my hands on some Mythic Legions. So I went out there and I was able to get this awesome horse that I'm going to share with you in a moment. I'm really excited to share it with everybody and really just take a closer look at it myself. Okay, we are looking at Aethon, the mighty steed of the god Arethyr. And we're going to go ahead and check out how awesome this guy is. Look at the beautiful paintwork. Look at the beautiful detailing. We're going to get to the head sculpt in a second and the saddle a little closer, but I do want to just kind of admire. Look at the striations and the detailing and the muscle of the sculpt. There is a black wash, a very subtle black wash that brings out more of the detail. Here in the hind legs. Look at that. Absolutely awesome. Very nice. The hair here down on the bottom of the legs by the hooves, I actually researched that. That's called feathers. They're called feathers. And the feathers, I must say, on this horse are absolutely beautiful. I love the fiery feathers, the fiery mane, the fiery tail. Absolutely killing it. Front view. Bring them back just a little bit. Get them in the center there. Boom. All right. Front view. Very, very cool. Points of articulation in the back. I'll just reach in where you can flare the legs out and splay them like that. And look at that stance. Bam. Bam. With more articulation and shaping of the legs and the stance, you get some really cool poses out of this guy. But I love this. Look at how the horns flare out. You have the forward legs straight down, the hind legs coming out, flaring out. I just love the symmetry here. If you look at the helmet with the 2 points of the golden eyes, even if you look at the hooves, how the hooves have an extremely oversized base, and then they come up and in to make points at the ankles and then come up. I'm really feeling the aesthetic and the symmetry here. I love how the colors play off of each other. And just like that, we've got Aethon without any of his accessories or saddle armor on. And we'll take a quick once over at those accessories. He comes with twin swords. I like these very much. I like the handles very much. He comes with twin shields with some copper, I guess those are rivets. Handle in the back. We've got the saddle, which actually comes in 2 pieces. The top leather piece and the under portion. These are a soft, stylized kind of leather. Very nice. We've got the neck harness. Some more really cool detail. And it feels really nice to the touch, soft. We've got the, I don't really know what to call that, but it's a really nice horned medallion, I guess, on the harness. Very cool. The helmet armor harness. This thing is beastie. Look at this. Look at this. And I really like how soft it feels. It really does feel like it's made of a leather material and not plastic. The horns, really great detailing. They're a little more Firm to the touch, softer here, more firm here. These are pretty hard. But I like this, and I actually kind of think this might be cool, almost like a helmet, you know, on some of the more oversized figures. Then we have these portions that go to the side of the saddle with these little pegs. This might be useful in a customizing situation. I'm not at that level yet. We've got the footrests. I didn't research this. But they do look really nice and metallic with their leather straps. Some more metallic buckles. We've got the little sack that goes on the back of the saddle. Everything snaps right in place. And then we've got the belt for the undersaddle. Bump. This is a beautiful horse. An absolutely beautiful horse. And we're going to take a second to look at some of the articulation. But as you can see, it's already pretty stunning. Aethon has some really good reach forward with both legs, both the forward legs and the hind legs. I am a big fan of feet, hooves, boots, tires, whatever you call it, that actually touch the floor flush. And as you can see, our friend here can articulate so that his hooves are flush on the mat. That's really cool from an aesthetic point of view. And you know, just from shelf presence, you want those limbs flush on the floor when you articulate. Very, very cool. The tail does 360 and it has a hinge up, down, gives you some cool angles for some really cool pictures. And I could imagine this pose in a situation where the horse were bowing or kneeling forward, or even maybe resisting as they were being pulled, right? If somebody was trying to forcibly pull him, you could see that would be Aethon resisting and pulling back. Very cool. Very, very cool. All right, let's look at some more angles. Here we have maybe a slightly less typical pose, but it still has some really nice presence as it sits there. When was the last time you saw a sitting horse? Very, very cool. Very nice. I can absolutely see that sitting on a shelf, paired with a figure, and that has some shelf presence. No question about it. No question about it. Great articulation. Great articulation. This is a really nice pose. I really like the hind legs like this, almost like perked forward. Tippy toe on the front hoof or tippy hoof. We're gonna switch lighting. Look at how nice that looks. Wow. Look at that. You know, almost like he is alert and attentive in that direction. You can tell I'm a dog lover, right? I don't know much about horses, but that's the vibe that stance gives me. Look at this detailing. Look at the torso. Look how you can see the striations of the ribs, right? The rib cage. And then right above that, you see striations of the back muscles. And then the little striations going up. How awesome is that? Look at how the way this leg is propped up. Look how it seems to correlate to the tension created in these muscles, right? This knee coming up and then that tension created here. This is beautiful stuff. Photo bomb. Whoop. Oh, wait, let's give this a shot. No, doesn't fit. Big head, not gonna fit. Look at that. Excuse me, sir. Nice. As I continue to experiment with articulation, I don't know if a horse can even do this, a real horse. What I do know is that this horse can do this with its hind leg, and it looks really cool to me. Just looking at it, we're standing on our forward, our front right hoof and our rear right hoof, and we have two legs in the air, nothing else supporting it. That's some pretty cool articulation. That's some really good balance. And I took a still photo of that. Let's bring it forward. Or let's just change the angle there just to see how it looks a little. Again, might not look very natural. I don't know much about what real horses can do. To some of you out there, you may know more than I do, and you may think, hey, that doesn't look really natural. How unrealistic. Well, you know something? Real horses can't do this, but Aethon can do this. Oops. And it doesn't look as good from this angle. But from this angle, whoops, ah! Catastrophe, catastrophe. That thing is gorgeous. Wow, picture alert, click. Nice. I gotta tell you, for my first Mythic Legions mount, I am not disappointed in the least. I only have a couple of mounts in my collection, and I will do like a comparison video at some point. But I am not disappointed at all. This is by far the best mount that I have. It's an extremely well articulated figure. I love the art of it, the aesthetic and shelf presence of it, as you saw in the posing. It really is a great figure if you are into collecting and taking pictures, or just admiring something on your desk before or after work, or maybe on a lunch break. It really is a piece that I'm thankful I drove all the way out to Jersey for. I joke about all the way out to Jersey just because the George Washington Bridge is really tough, man. It's really tough. But it's a great figure, and I had a lot of fun sharing this video and putting it together. I'm gonna mount him with a pop and swap custom that I put together using some pieces from some Mythic Legions figures that I have. So I have a Celtis helmet, some Zazar armor, a Taurian body, and I believe that this sword I got from my Red Fury Orc. And I didn't want to end the video without pairing him with the figure, just so you could get a sense of how they might look together. I really like the pairing here, right? The symmetry with the horns. I just like the color palette that it presents right there. Really nice. So I'll bring him over. My very next Mythic Legions review is going to be of the god Arethyr. And that'll be coming sometime this week, sometime in the next couple days. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe as I continue to enjoy the art of toys and collecting as an adult. Maybe you'll come back and share the experience too. Take care, everybody.